reacting to Being a Nice Guy by Where's Dab Dave. I don't know the name, but yeah, we all be in that situation as a man, as a boy. You know, being a nice guy isn't the way to go. I mean, especially not today. So if you guys are being a nice guy, you're cooked. I'm not gonna lie. Being nice is just, you know, not a thing no more. But yeah, we're just gonna react to this video, see what's up, and yeah.
Being the nice guy, or even perceived as the nice guy, has gotta be one of the bottom 3 worst experiences of all time. And I ain't talking you gotta be an asshole or can't be a decent human being, but nothing good ever came to the nigga who was too nice. Like, this shit is so bad, they should just start using it for sentencing during court cases.
Hey, everyone shut up. Court's in session. As the defendant here has been proven guilty, I hereby sentence you to 30 years of
30
serving as the
years?
nice guy.
Nah! Bro, if that, oh my god, 30 years just to be a nice dude? Oh, nah, I'd be arrested a long time ago. Holy shit.
When I was a kid and was
you know, it sucks because I know somebody. I'm a good person, bro, and I don't be saying that a lot to a lot of people, but I say if I want to genuinely want to show people that I am a good person, I don't tell people, I show them through action, right? But when it comes to like when you're talking to a girl, bro, it's like for some reason it doesn't really work like that way, I guess, right? And I remember this one homie, I don't want to say his name, but the longest time whenever he's in a relationship, it's always just wasn't the greatest, right? And he's always end up with some like with a new girl all the time. I'm not trying to talk down on him or anything, but just like like, bro, he doesn't know how to treat a girl, bro. I don't want to be that guy, but just don't know how to. But I don't really be saying shit because that's really none of my business. But like, you know, if you compare me to him, bro, it's like he's one of those, you know, those dudes that be doing some bad behaviors, you know what I'm saying, getting into trouble type shit. And that was the opposite. We're both very close best friends. Yeah, it'll be like that.
growing up, it was extremely normal to always see a boy or a guy straight just chasing a woman for some reason. Like, I'm talking, it could be a TV show, a skit, or even a fucking movie, and it wouldn't take long before you start seeing a nigga genuinely losing his mind over a girl on the screen. And for some reason, the girl just never cared. Like,
for me, I never like freaked out or anything like that. Never in my life. If a girl rejects me, yeah, I'll be upset and whatever the fuck, and that's pretty much it, bro. But I never like freaked out or anything like that. I never like, oh my god, what the fuck, why not? You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes I question, I'm like, why not me? So after that, I just kind of like just learned how to deal with it.
she would legit just look at the guy with nothing but annoyance in
And after that, I just moved on, bro.
her face, or look at him like he was insufferable to be around. I'm talking, this type of shit was so common, it became textbook at a point. Naruto wanted Sakura and just couldn't get her. Tom wanted Toodles. Timmy wanted Trixie. The list goes on and on. So you can just imagine what's going through a little kid's head when he constantly sees his favorite character chasing the same girl throughout the show. And the worst part about the whole thing, she wanted absolutely nothing to do with him every single damn time, but he just won't stop chasing.
Nah, that's facts, dude. Like, it's crazy. Like, a lot of these dudes just don't know when to stop. Like, they just don't know when to stop. Just keep chasing, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure this is just me. I see signs and I tend to ignore them because in my head, I believe that I can't maybe like change their minds, or if I maybe approach it a different way. Something like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm more old enough to understand. If a girl don't like me, they don't like me. So I just gotta move on, bro. She doesn't like you, bro. If a girl don't like you, don't force somebody to like you, gang. If a girl genuinely likes you, you will know the signs. If she doesn't like you, you don't try to force it. Don't try to like make her think that you being with her is gonna, you know, make everything better in your life. It's not, bro. Trust me.
Oh my god. Now obviously this ain't the only factor during your developing years that will shape how you perceive and overall treat women once you get older. There's tons of different factors like household upbringings, cultural norms, even social environments. Until you start to realize these social dynamics within these environments were always around you the entire fucking time. By the time I reached 2nd grade, I remember my teacher telling us to begin lining up at the front door so we can head down to the library. You know, I was in elementary school, niggas gotta line up behind each other to go places. I don't know why this was the thing, but it was the thing.
when I was growing up, when it comes to love, when I was super young, I thought love was just like that simple, because when you like somebody and they like you back, and it's that simple, you know. And today, in today's dating, it's a lot difficult. I feel like as a guy, there's a lot of obstacles you gotta jump over. There's things you need to prove, and I don't know, just a lot of like shit you need to like have this standard and this expectation. I don't know, it's just like, hey, people, a lot of girls like 6 feet dudes, and I'm not 6 feet, so I just gotta learn how to like maneuver my way in a dating site. Hey, confidence is key, and that's 100% true. You don't gotta be 6 feet. You just gotta be confident. You gotta talk to these women, and you just gotta show them that you're really about it, bro. You're very straightforward, and you're interested in this person. If you have friends that will help you, that knows what they're doing, and not just like those, you know, fuck boys or whatever the fuck, or, you know, that be getting into bad relationships. Don't listen to those motherfuckers. Listen to those who actually had a successful, you know, relationship, instead of having to listen to that one homie be fucking every bitch in the fucking, you know, in the fucking planet.
He didn't even finish telling us to line up at the door. For some weird reason, my dumbass at the time thought it'd be a good idea to just stand up and blurt out,
"Ladies first."
My 7-year-old self must have thought it would have gotten me more bitches. It didn't. But what it did get me was a star next to my name on the goodie list, and the validation from my teacher telling me I did the right thing. Or in other words, the reaffirming of my beliefs. And I don't even know where I got those beliefs. It was also around this age where if you were to ever go back and forth or be bullshitting with a girl in your class, or let alone grade, it wouldn't take long until you get slapped in the face with liking her or having a crush by your teacher. Which at this age was the equivalent of being sentenced to prison because you finna be eviscerated or teased every time you step foot into that school for the remainder of the year. But for some reason, it was rarely ever the other way around. It seemed like teachers would always position it in a way where it was only ever the dudes liking or even chasing certain girls. But to be fair, at this age, a majority of my teachers were also women themselves, so I'm not really surprised at all. Elementary school eventually comes to an end, in which it's now time to begin high school.
Yeah, I think that's just a thing, I guess, you know, where guys just like be the one be chasing girls. I don't know. You can't do nothing about it, I guess. Sure, girls chase as well, but it's more common on guys to be the one chasing, if I'm being honest with you.
And immediately upon stepping foot into those hallways, you now have to unplug 95% of the shit your brain's been wired with, because some of these bitches just started trifling. There's a reason why it's always this age in every nigga's life where they run into that one girl who absolutely warps their perception of dating or love.
Yeah, that's like, you know, there's gonna be a girl who's gonna come into your life, you know, change your perspective about relationship, and that change you as a person. Now, there's two type of people after going through that, especially like a heartbreak and everything. They either just go all the way straight rep hill and shit like that, talk about women this, women that, and stuff like that. Or you could take the other route where you just trying to, you know, figure yourself out and trying to work on yourself, go to the gym, you know, read, just take care of yourself and stuff like that. And when you're mentally ready and when you're physically in shape, once you're in a position where you're fully healed, that's when you're just ready to hop on like the dating site and everything and talk to people. Again, like I said, the dating nowadays is really kind of hard. You just kind of, you know, keep on fishing, I guess.
Them to have to sit down to themselves and begin to move accordingly. But despite all of this, the social dynamics were still there. They never left. By the time I reached 11th grade, I had enrolled in a communications technology course. One of my homegirls at the time had also enrolled in the same course, resulting in us being in the same class. Now, me and this girl's dynamic was mad playful, to a point where the entire school genuinely thought we were dating. So much so that some teachers thought so as well, and one actually tried putting me on some game.
Oh my gosh, David, stop. I'm trying to do my work.
But I ain't even doing anything, bro. I think your keyboard's tweaking. Yo.
Seems like you guys are having a lot of fun back here, huh?
Oh, you know, my computer program was glitching out. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't loading.
Oh, really? So then how's that assignment coming,
It's coming. Matter of fact, actually, it's almost done.
All right, if you say so. Moving forward, though, let's just try to stay focused, okay? And I noticed earlier Brittany had asked you to tie her shoe for her.
Yeah, she did. I don't even know why she did that. I'm not doing all that.
Hey, listen. I was once your age too, you know what I'm saying? A young bull having fun, running around with other girls. They used to call me the Slayer back in the day.
Nah, look, I never had a conversation with my teacher like that before, but I have seen a lot of guys that will like tease the girl and shit like that, and they will claim they're not dating or whatnot, and eventually a couple weeks or months they're all of a sudden like a thing now. It's like, what the fuck?
A fun fact.
We're not surprised. We're not surprised, man.
But hey, I'm just saying, happy wife, happy life.
What the fuck?
That's
I was 16
crazy.
having teachers talking about some happy wife, happy life. And it's like, we skipped a few steps.
Yeah.
Dog, I ain't even have a girlfriend yet. And now that I'm looking back at it, it's so interesting how this line is not only being displayed to me as the norm from such a young age, but it also is heavily fixating on one specific member within the party.
I'm sorry, I don't get that neither, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. If I have a wife of my own, I do want to make her happy. I want to make her she's secure, be loved, and stuff like that, and make sure she's happy in a relationship, especially in marriage. But I don't understand why the fuck does have to be the women that has to be happy. Why can't we be happy? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just double standard type shit.
We all know when it comes to relationships, you need both parties. It takes two to tango.
Two to
You can't
tango.
have the yin without the yang.
Exactly.
But for some reason, we fixate on happy wife, happy life. Instead of happy spouse, happy house. Crazy. If you fail to unlearn or at the very least recognize the nonsense behind being overly nice or constantly pedestalizing women for absolutely no reason, you will inevitably end up in some very scary scenarios you absolutely do not want to find yourself in. The year is now 2026 in
fuck,
which
that
being
is so
a
fucking
nice
true.
guy gets you absolutely nowhere but fucking dogged, taken advantage of, mistreated, embarrassed. I could keep going. Sometimes
Yeah, and that's facts, bro. You know, I mean, like I already said, it ain't working no more. If you see a lot of girls claiming that, oh, I want a nice guy, where's all the nice guys? Trust me, they don't want a nice guy. Hey, don't get me wrong. There's probably a handful of women out there who wants a nice guy, and but they can't because there's just swarms of other women that doesn't want that, and it's kind of hard to find that person. So, yeah, that's just how society is today.
these situations be so crazy, you almost forget you're not the one it's actually happening to.
How old are you?
26.
22.
How long you been together?
2 years.
If she gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody, would you take it?
No, sir. You might get one pass, but at the end of the day, you want one wife. And this is the wife I want. So, no.
Cooking.
Now, what about you if he gave you one?
If you gave me a guilt treat pass, I would take it.
What?
I beg your pardon?
So you're telling me this nigga right here is telling himself he shouldn't need to use his guilt-free pass because he only wants one wife. In other words, it's not worth it. But his girl wouldn't do the same thing. He goes on to say that's crazy 3 times. Somehow he's still fucking holding on to her. And his girl says sorry like she even knows she's doing wrong. Oh my god. She ends up mentioning the dude's name she would cheat on him with off the top of her head so smooth.
Lindy Waters III?
I don't know who the fuck that is, man. Oh my god. Oh shit. Sometimes I'll be watching these shits on reels on TikTok, and I'll be thinking to myself, bro, this cannot be real.
You would have thought she actually knew him in real life. Whole time he's an NBA player. 10 seconds later, she drops another nigga's name. This time he's a football player. She ends up convincing herself that one of them would in fact get with her, or maybe they're already in her DMs, who knows? And then this dude says it's whatever. I don't think it could get any worse. Like, you're literally one step away from sitting in this damn chair actually watching them in just a 1-minute clip. We just witnessed a man's girl admit to being fine cheating on him, laugh in his face, name not one but 2 dudes she would get with right in front of him, confess her love for another man that doesn't even know she exists.
Yeah, time to wrap it up, man. What can you do now, bro? It'll be, or I can't imagine an awkward conversation after that. This is how dating is today. And sometimes I'm scared to even be in a relationship. Let's just say hypothetically, I go out and with my girl in one hand, you know what I'm saying? And we're just strolling through the city, looking at the lights and shit, going out to eat and shit. If you see a motherfucker with a mic and camera talking about, would you give a pass and shit? I'm like, a pass? Hell no. And my girl said, what do you mean? I'm like, totally get the pass. I'm like, huh? Nah, bro, I can't, bro. I can't, bro. I really can't.
State why they're better than him, convince herself one of them would actually go for her, and the worst part is this nigga's trying to tell himself he doesn't care. Ref,
He does care.
You know what?
He does care.
I've seen enough. I'm coming up myself. And the situation will only ever play out one of two ways. One, he shows even the littlest amount of self-respect and leaves. Two,
Yeah.
he stays. And it only gets worse from there. Because you can't control the actions of your...
I mean, I just, people are just different, I guess. If I was in that situation, it would be awkward, you know what I'm saying? Knowing me, I'll probably just wait till he leaves, have a talk about it, and she still thinks she has that same belief, bro. I'm gonna walk away, bro. I'm actually gonna walk away. A lot of people would just walk away after that question, like after they answer, what the fuck, right? People will walk away, and you know, you gotta shout out to them. But like, for me, I'll probably just talk about it. Hey, like, what the fuck was that about? You know what I'm saying? Is that actually how you feel? Is that how you think about? If she actually genuinely thinks about that, and then the time to move on, gang. Find someone else who respects you, that loves you, and doesn't even think about anybody else. Because if you're out here actually caring and wanting to be with one person, and the other one doesn't feel the same way, so what the fuck would you be with that, bro? What would you deal with that, bro? No,
your
move
girl
on.
or even anyone's actions in that regard. But what you can control is how you respond. So
Exactly.
fellas, if you ever find yourself in a situation where the girl you're with is continuously displaying ridiculous behavior, do yourself a favor and leave.
Leave, bro.
Not too long ago, well-known comedian Akash Singh was trending on the internet and
Oh my god, this fool. Oh my god. Bro's getting cooked on Twitter, bro. Over a girl, dude. Oh my god, dude. Just leave this girl, bro.
constantly being called a simp or a nice guy because of what was going on with his wife. They ended up saving face by acting a fool and straight up downplaying what she had said in those videos. And I mean, I can't even blame them for doing that because the shit she was saying was straight up ridiculous, bruh.
I was popping my and living my best life.
And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nas is like at least 10 inches.
You what?
Bro, this is like, I just can't imagine myself having a girlfriend or wife, whatever the fuck, going on the podcast, talking about frat parties and how big this motherfucker is. I can't have that on my conscience, man. And to add on that, people's gonna call me on the internet. I don't want that, man. You're just gonna have self-respect. Respect your last name.
That was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
You'll see dudes not only writing to themselves in some random bitch's DMs, but somehow also find ways to embarrass themselves on top
Oh
of the
my
fact.
god.
How are you feeling, cutie? Arrest me, officer. Hey, fight shit. Leans on balcony, then falls. Get it? Cause I fell for you.
Oh my god, this is so fucking corny as fuck, bro. Not gonna lie, about when I was a kid, bro, I was doing some stupid shit like that. I'm not gonna pretend I haven't done it before. But as an adult, I would never do shit like this, bro. I'm sorry, I would never. I remember doing this to this one girl, bro, and I had my homie was there too, and I was trying to talk to her. What the fuck? I forgot what I said. Something about, like, you know, tossing a fucking bone dog message. I don't even know what it was. And she replied saying, "Oh, I have a boyfriend," some shit like that. I'm like, I don't know what to reply to that. It's like, fuck, my fault. Yeah, I'm not doing that stupid shit again, bro. Never again.
Brother, this guy stinks!
There's so many problems that exist once you enter this nice guy territory that I don't even know where to start. The first one, not only are these niggas compromising their character for some girl's validation, which is already a problem on its own, but they're also messing up the game for everyone else around them. Guess who now has to resume the game from where they left off because they decided to raise her ego through the damn roof? The second one, you'll be overcompensating on something that these bitches don't even want themselves.
Am I the only girl that struggle with like super nice guys? Like, I don't.
There's
Oh
a
my
reason
God.
why it's become so common to constantly hear girls drop the Hall of Fame line, "He was too nice."
Nice.
Girl, whatever happened to Jason? Jason? Girl, he was sweet and such a good guy, but he was just too nice.
Which sounds like it makes sense until your ass is Jason sitting in a dark room, alone with nothing but your thoughts, trying to understand why that's even a problem. Getting dubbed
Yeah, bro. When you're getting into a relationship or you're trying to talk to a girl and you think it's going fine, you think it's going great with conversations and maybe meet up one point, and you thought you're doing pretty great, everything's fine, you know, and one day she hits you with a, you know, "Hey, I don't think it's working now. I see you as a friend." You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, bro. When you hear it, bro, If you hear shit like that, bro, if a girl tells you, hey, I want to be friends, then you're fucking cooked, dude. You're done. You're fucking done. I never been told that, oh, you're like a brother. Actually, maybe. Who knows? I don't fucking remember, but yeah, fuck. Everything goes downhill after that, bro.
Ain't even that bad until you find out the reason behind it was because she thought you were too nice. So if some chick ever stops messing with me and I find out it's because I was too nice, ref, just take me out the game already and bury me alive, because otherwise I'm just a dead man walking. The third one, sometimes it really be your own niggas going through this shit because they don't want to help themselves. So you can't help them either. And that's gotta be one of the worst things to witness as a dude roaming this very earth. Like, I'm talking, you're watching one of your boys just get straight dogged or played by a girl and you can't even intervene and do nothing because he's just so lost in the sauce. And that shit is just terrible. But I mean, shit. A wise man once said nice guys finish last, and that's why he'll treat her like trash. So I guess the game really never changes for real.
I mean, yeah, you really can't do nothing about it. As much as you want to help your homie going through a breakup or going through this, rejection, you really can't do nothing about it. You kind of have to let him figure it out on his own. I'm not saying just leave him there by himself all the time, but I feel like that's something he needs to do to kind of like overcome those, that situation. Now, if I see a friend of mine going through the same breakup or same rejection, bro, and he's just going fucking being sad about it, like, hey, I'm always there for you, bro. This is just part of this part of life. He has to learn how to sit with it and learn from it, and when the next girl comes in and she rejects him again, hey, at least he knows, you know what I'm saying? He understand that feeling. I think a lot of guys will understand the feeling of being rejected. The more you get rejected, the more you feel numb, and eventually you start getting used to it, and hopefully that one girl will actually say, yeah, I actually like you too. I like what he said. It just really depends how you react to that situation, because a lot of guys are very different. Because when a guy get rejected, you have one dude will trip over a girl because he got rejected or some shit and fucking crashes the fuck out. If you get rejected, if you learn how to control those emotions, learn to kind of like move on and find someone else who's willing to like share the same feeling as you, and that's great. Just move on and find someone better, because I promise you there's a girl out there who will love the attention, the validation, and the kiss and the cuddles that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just part of life, bro.
No, being the nice guy or even considered the nice guy has got to be one of the worst experiences of all time. If you're actually this guy himself, you just end up being humiliated, used, embarrassed. If you're not this guy, these types of dudes still mess everything up. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing good ever came with being overly nice. I mean, you tell me, have you ever been or was considered the nice guy and had to quickly learn otherwise? Or is being a nice guy really not that bad? You just gotta find the right one.
Yeah.
I gotta cut this shit off again, man.
I would like to think so. Like, just find somebody who genuinely likes you. It might come off as easy, but that's how it should be, right? Find somebody that loves you, that actually likes you.
I'm starting to sound crazy again, bruh.
Yo, W video. Yeah, W video. Just understand that, if you like a girl and she doesn't feel the same way as you, you just gotta learn to respect that. You can't force love on someone, because that's not genuine love. Just gotta move on, man. That's the best way you can do. And how to deal with that is learn how to love yourself. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. Take care of yourself, love yourself, go to the gym, eat healthy, eat right, educate yourself. If you don't do that, you're just gonna be miserable and you're just gonna have this low self-esteem. And trust me, I've been in that situation. Yeah, I'm not trying to get into too much, but just know that just love yourself, man. Just make sure to comment, like, subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Ciao.